Blind Man Says, what? Asks.
That's his name?
Yeah.
Okay.
First, Bo Burnham releases his album the same day as Starbomb. Next, he has an AMA the same day Starbomb does an AMA.
That's fucking unreal.
When can we look forward to seeing a good old-fashioned Starbomb Burnham rap feud?
Oh shit! Burnham! What's your fucking deal, brah?
Oh snap!
You want a piece of this?
You stalking us?
A piece?
Huh? You want a piece? Cause I'll slice one off. Yo, I'll give you some of that cross-section goodness.
We're actually significant fans of your comedy, but you can suck it.
Yeah!
For the purposes of this rap feud.
Suck on my love for your comedy. Your special what was really good.
I think I hurt myself.
You okay?
Yeah, right.
Burnham, you're going down! N. Vader Gurr asks, I've been watching Dance On and was wondering if you guys are going to incorporate any of the new moves that I've learned in a Ninja Sex Party video anytime soon, P.
Holy crap. Oh, that's...
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh no, that's semicolon, because
Oh,
I
so
wait.
it's just that.
Yeah. I do that face all the time.
Grossness on that. Yeah, definitely. It's funny you say that because there's a new sentence coming in.
Yeah, so. We recorded a video for a new Ninja Sex Party song called Dragon Slayer, and that should be out hopefully in January, maybe early February. And Maxine, who is Aaron's very talented dance partner on Dance On, was kind enough to do a little choreographing for it. And so Barry, Aaron, and I did a little dance routine, and we learned something about ourselves that day.
That we can't dance?
We're fucking terrible dancers.
Yeah.
Just awful. And yeah, that was brutal, and I hope you enjoy it.
Yay. Shh, don't tell anybody, except for everybody.
Yeah.
Austin Gaz asks, do you have any more music videos planned for Starbomb? Ooh, and will they be like Ninja Sex Party music videos, or will they be animated by Aaron? P.S. Love you guys.
Aw, thanks you.
That was just for him. You guys can't have it.
Yeah, don't take that kiss.
Yeah.
We
there's only enough bandwidth for one. So
don't download somebody else's kiss. There will be 2 more animated videos at the least.
At the very least.
At the very least.
And they're coming.
Yeah, though not specifically animated by yourself.
No.
That should be said.
But they are animated by Egoraptor approved animators.
Oh yeah, extremely fucking awesome animators.
I wouldn't get the friggin' guys who made 12-ounce mouse.
Oh God, I love those guys. Come on.
I'm just saying visually.
Yeah,
it's not exactly the prettiest. You guys are awesome. 12. Is it even called 12-ounce mouse?
Yeah, that's it. They'll know.
It's a funny show. But come on, let's have no reservations here.
Corey Spaz Kid will be doing one. Are we allowed to say that?
Oh my God.
Yeah, did I just drop a bomb?
Yeah.
Can we say the other guy?
Spaz Kid in 3D. Let's just keep it a secret.
Yeah, let's keep it a half secret since we have just said it out loud. Okay, cool. But it's gonna be good. Thanks for asking.
It's gonna be so good. Sorry, creators of 12-ounce mouse.
God damn it. I'm huge fans of those guys.
Really?
Yeah. Oh well.
JDog8990 asks,
Hi J-Dog.
which songs are your guys?
Could I have said that any whiter? Hello J-Dog. Pleasure to meet you.
He asked, which songs are you guys most proud of?
Wow. I love the Zelda one.
That's pretty good.
Because Brian and I love writing funk songs.
That was a summertime jam.
Yeah, funky summertime jams.
Yeah. I would say for me it was Street Fighter, because I got to do the chops. It felt like the most rappy to me, so I was like, oh man, I can do this.
It definitely was. And, I think Final Fantasy too.
Oh yeah.
Just because it's more complex than the other ones.
That's just overall my favorite song.
Yeah, it was like a puzzle to put together, so that was very, very cool. But I like them all.
Whoa, okay.
Yeah, I know. Is that douchey to say? I do. I like them all.
Are you like a mom? At Christmas?
All of you are so good.
You're all my favorites.
These songs are going right up on the fridge.
Thanks, J-Dog. All right, Reddit Judge Referee says, or asks, what was the Hi, guys.
But yeah, first of all, hey, we're Game Grumps and Starbomb. Sans Ninja Brian, who could not be here for...
Fuck him.
Yeah, fuck him. Reasons. He couldn't be here for reasons.
Okay. He's not here. Fuck him. Reddit Judge Referee asks, what was the overall feeling in the studio? I know it was a pretty drawn-out album, so what was it like behind the scenes? First of all, not drawn out. So don't even...
Yeah, we did this really fast, actually.
BS. The overall feeling was super chill.
It was good.
I remember there was one moment where I was like, I should sing this track, and you were like, go ahead, try it. And I was like, and you were like, might be a little flat.
Oh God, it was very cool because Brian and I, this would be our third album that we'd recorded together, and it was just like fun and refreshing to have a third person in there. And yeah, and it's very simple. Our recording process is just the engineer and us taking turns in the vocal booth.
And Jared Leto's off on the side.
Jared Leto and the rest of 30 Seconds to Mars just jamming, jamming, being please can we be on this album? And we're like, shut up, Jared.
Yeah.
Fuck.
He made us cookies.
He was all right.
Yeah.
You're all right, Leto. Did we answer that question?
What? Deadpool902 asks, what is the story behind the name Starbomb? And were there any other names you both contemplated? If so, could you tell us?
Oh, Jesus. Okay. So we came up with a list of, Ninja Brian, Aaron, and I came up with each a list of like 50 names.
Yeah,
like,
well, yeah, you and me, you were like 25, I was like 40, and then Brian's like, here's like 130 names I came up with today, and we're like, oh man, Brian's
awesome.
Really like...
Yeah, can't wait to check these out. Literally, all 130 of them were fucking terrible. Like, worse than you could ever possibly imagine. What were some of them?
Placentimeter?
Placentimeter. Whitney Houston, we have a problem.
Wet?
Wet.
Nope.
Nope. I wish I wonder if I can bring up the list.
Oh yeah, you should.
Each one is worse than the last.
Meanwhile, we all had like different. Like Dan was like very like this cool kind of like edgy '80s feel to it, and then mine was like they were all like really serious, kind of like glow stick and shit like that. And then fucking Brian.
Well, yeah. Although Brian did have one, we came close to naming the band the Intensity Frontier,
oh, that's right.
which was a physics term that Brian found, and we were like, oh, that's fucking awesome. But then, like, the more we told it to people, like, no one could remember the name.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone was like, the Infinity Fun Times?
Yeah, the Infinity Project?
Yeah, I'm like, so we were like, that won't work. And then we did a second round of them. I think Starbomb was on your list.
Yeah, yeah.
And we were like, I kind of like that, and it's kind of video gamey, you know? And then we were like, but it'll definitely be taken on the internet because everything is taken on the internet, and to our shock and amazement, it wasn't. So we were like, and we just like got all the social media websites and stuff, and then
oh, that's a funny story.
Oh yeah.
When I was trying to get all the Twitter and the Facebook and stuff, like Starbomb.com was taken, and I was like, oh no. So I looked up who owned Starbomb.com, and they had their own website, and I went on it, and it was like, here's the list of domains we have, and literally all of them except for Starbomb were hardcore porno sites.
Yeah, it's like jizztheater.com. Actually, Starbomb.com, when you went there, it was a white screen with a blue link in the center that just said porn movies. And we were like, wow, this is like the internet boiled down to its core trace elements. But yeah, it miraculously worked out. And the dude was like Saudi Arabian, right?
Yeah. I think he was like Israeli or something in the Middle East. And he was,
vastly
but he was like
countries.
super freaking nice. Like for a dude who like peddles porn sites, like he was amazing. Like thumbs up to that guy.
Yeah, and wasn't he on ICQ?
Yeah, he was using ICQ, and he had like a 4-digit like username. Like, oh man, you've been using this for like 20 years, dude.
He was an OG of ICQ, and like it's just funny because like it meant so much to us to get the Starbomb name, and like just that crucial moment, like, is he gonna get back to us? And then you hear like, oh man, but we got it, so happy ending.
Woo! Starbomb.com, log on today.
Is it, oh yeah.
We don't, it's up.
Yeah, okay, go there.
Cairo Oric asks, When did you start working on Starbomb? Also, how hard has it been to keep it in secret this whole time? You started working on it like over a year ago.
Well, it's interesting because it wasn't originally supposed to be an album or its own band.
It was just a bit I wanted to do.
Yeah, we were just gonna do a fun song about having sex with Kirby, and that's how it started.
I just thought it would be funny that it's like Kirby, ha ha ha. Like I planned a music video around it. I just wanted this to be one video.
Yeah.
Where it was
gonna be puppets, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like Kirby, ha ha ha, and then it gets really like raunchy, and I figured who better to go raunchy with than Ninja Sex Party.
Thanks, man. And yeah, so we did that, and then we were like, that was kind of fun, but we thought we could do it better, and that's when we wrote the Pokemon song. And then we were like,
and we also talked about Mario, like right when we recorded them, we were like, we should do more. There's a couple more we could do.
Yeah, and then sure enough, we were like, now we have 6.
Yeah.
So like, we might as well keep going and make a full album. And I'm glad we did, because the last ones, what were the last ones we wrote? I think they were like the Final Fantasy one.
It's like Sonic
and the Metroid one.
Yeah.
And those are like a couple of my favorites. So like, that's how it started. And then we were like, well, this isn't technically Ninja Sex Party anymore, because having you in it changes it so much. So that's when it became its own band. So it sort of grew organically, but we never, when we started it, it was just a one-off kind of jokey thing, and we never thought a year later that we would have an album. It's so crazy.
And maybe 2?
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, we'll do another one. Yeah. Why not?
I guess we mentioned it in the album.
Yeah,
itself.
we already fucking said it.
Great.
Sorry to spoil that spoiler.
Spoil that spoiler that's been spoiled already.
Totes.
That milk is spoiled. Gross, it's all over the floor now.
Yeah. Sorry, Scott.
Mr. Helix asks,
Mr. Helix!
also, what are your guys' favorite pizza toppings? Well,
Mr. Helix, I had a feeling you'd ask an awesome question, and you did not disappoint.
I prefer a little bit of extra cheese and just a classic pepperoni.
Yeah, I'm into, I was always a plain man, a man of simple tastes and desires.
Classic Italian pizza.
Yes, a meat and potatoes kind of gentleman, but no meat or potatoes on my pizza.
That's gross.
But now I'm kind of like into that Hawaiian, like
ham and pineapple?
Is it ham? That's gross.
Yeah.
There's a chicken and pineapple one.
Oh, really?
Yeah, somebody does that.
That's flavorless.
I thought it was good.
The ham is the sour that goes with the sweet. I mean, the salty that goes with the sweet.
You're probably right, but
unless it's old ham.
I'm not into ham.
Really?
I'm not a pork guy.
Pig's a dirty animal.
But yeah, it's and it's not because I'm Jewish. It's just I don't know. It just fucking
even
it just doesn't
that.
even do. Oh yeah. You're giving me like a. I forgot you were a Jew. I kind of look.
What is there anything because you're a Jew?
That I do because I'm a Jew. I light the Hanukkah on Hanukkah. I light the candles and I dance the hora with my dad.
Oh.
Yeah. And then my dad's like Ma'otzur Yeshuati, and like no one else knows the words, so we're just like.
Can I come?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've never met my dad.
No.
I partied with your dad.
Yeah, dude.
Let's all right.
do the other way around. Let's swap seats.
Let's do a dad double hangout.
A double date.
I didn't want to say I didn't want to say date. It's just weird, even though the alliteration works beautifully.
And then like your dad will be on my side of the table, and my dad will be on your side.
And just
of the
like
table.
no one's talking. It's just like, well,
I heard you have a funny accent. What?
And then like the people come and they're like, "Here's your ham pizza," and my dad and I just like get up and leave.
Pig's a dirty animal.
Thanks, Mr. Helix.
You're welcome.
Good question.
Kiowa707 asks us specific questions. He asks, or he or she, don't want to be sexist, have you ever sang in the past before Starbomb? In the shower. Next question. Danny, how long does it take to write and produce a song?
Good question. Depends on the song.
Dude's a machine.
Stop.
Dude's a machine.
There are certain songs that like are just like boom. You like have the idea and it's like it's. I I should have read this question beforehand because it's a weird one to answer. The songs that are like that have like in comedy they call it a game, you know, like where it's like one joke and then it like gets heightened and more. Those are super easy to write and those come quickly. Some other songs that have like plot, like Rhinoceratops versus Super Puma and Final Fantasy VII and stuff like that.
Well, that plot was already written for you.
That's true. That was helpful. Yeah, like those are tougher to write.
Written.
Those are trickier and those take time because there's so many ways you can go with them. You know, there's not like a logical like this beat gets heightened by doing this. You know, so that I guess to answer your question, some get written in a day, some get written in like 4 weeks. I think Rhinoceratops we worked on for like 4 months, and Samurai Abstinence Patrol we've been trying to write that shit for like 5 years, and we can't get it. We'll get it someday though.
I'm excited for that one.
Oh, yeah, 2017. Look out.
Happy New Year. All right. Oh, there's a third part to this question.
Oh shit. Don't go yet.
Keep that awkward silence in while I look for any questions.
Please.
This is for Brian. He's not here, but I like this question.
Okay.
Did Aaron's kiss in the Starbomb video change you? Well, Brian, did it? Changed me into a new man. Are you okay?
No, I didn't know how to like.
Do you have like you have like a bone disease where you're like I can't.
I have like a calcium deficiency, and I'm like gradually just like.
Could you please pick me up? Thanks, Kiowa707.
Yeah, you're all right.
Griffin asks, Griffin Shaw. Thanks. I'm glad you stuck with me for the Harry Potter. Mm-hmm. Aaron, being a talented voice actor, did you voice work help with any of the rapping on the album? Yes. Mm-hmm. I guess in. Crashervania was pretty helpful because I did that horrible Transylvanian accent.
It was magical.
Oh, thank you.
Mm-hmm. I loved it.
No, it wasn't. I guess so. Yeah. Well, actually, you know what helped me the most? No, never mind. That's completely erroneous. Yeah. I mean, it helped. I have like a voice that I can control, and you know what? I guess it was just that like each song was a little bit different. Because like the Sonic song was very like Rage Against the Machine-y. Yep. And then like Mario, I had to have that like sort of kind of New York, whatever.
Yeah, there were a lot of voices. Plus, you know what? I will say, watching you do it was helpful because there are certain like words and phrases and vowels and stuff that like sing well. As they say, like you'll hear a lot of like singers sing like way like that just because it's very like open in your throat and like R sounds like close your throat a lot and like E sounds can close it up. So there are certain words that like sing well, but there are other things that rap well, I guess. And that's what I learned by watching you do this album because certain phrases you were like, this just isn't gonna flow right. So then we just like rearranged the wording and then I was like, oh yeah, that's much better. Cause like I wrote a lot of the lyrics in a diner in New Jersey at like 3 in the morning. And I was like, this will probably be good. And then I would bring them to you and you'd be like, yes, this, not so much to this. So like, it was very like helpful to me to see like what worked and what didn't.
That makes me sound like way more adept than it actually was. Like where I was like, no, yes, no. It was literally just me in the booth like, I can't do this one.
Yeah.
Can we change it to something that's better for me to do?
Yeah. Make it not impossible. Thanks.
Thanks, bucko.
So yeah. So that was helpful.
Oh man, there's a one for you.
Oh, same dude?
Yeah.
Okay.
How do you formulate your harmonies? Each chorus has many different layers of your voice, and hearing the process of how it is done would be really interesting to hear from you. Can I just? It's amazing to watch. It is something like a savant, like because it's not it is planned, but I've seen him when he's writing it because I know that when you're doing it, you're just doing it on your computer with a microphone.
Yeah.
This is him like coming up with harmonies. He's just like it has like the line where it's like Animal Crossing, and he's just like all right, let's try this one. Animal Crossing, and then it sounds amazing, and it's like, what the fuck? How did you do that?
Thank you. I don't know. Like, it's... Well, because, like, Brian and I write in completely different ways. Brian's very trained in music theory, and so he will, like, think in terms of a grid and be like, this mathematically will work with this chord because they look right. But for me, like, I do it, like, completely by feel. So I'll basically just, like, hear a piece of music, and then I'll just come up with different lines, maybe like 8 or 10 different vocal lines. And then it's just a matter of, like, it's like a puzzle. You, like, put this one with this one and maybe layer this one on top, but something sounds weird in the middle. Because generally it's a low harmony, a high harmony, and then something to, like, take up that middle space. So you can generally hear, like, if it sounds off, like, which part needs to be replaced, and then you just kind of plug different things in, and whichever one works, you do it. And that's the best way also, because then you don't, like, get too in love with, like, any one vocal line, and you don't get an ego about it. So, like, if someone says, like, that one's not going to work, you're not like, fuck you. You're just like, okay, well, let's use, like, another one.
That's just good for any art form in general, like, to not get too precious about anything.
It's true.
Because then, like, somebody who's way smarter than you will come in and be like, this is wrong, and then you're like, no!
Yeah.
It's my style!
Yeah, no, it absolutely. And, like, it also helps because, A, this was a song about video game characters in fucking adult situations.
Come on.
So it's like,
it's
but I mean, like, it was easy to not take too preciously, you know? and for Brian and I, like, I did, like, more serious albums when I was younger and, like, got that off my chest, and we're writing the third Ninja Sex Party album. So, like, Brian and I have written, like, maybe almost, like, 40 or 50 songs together at this point. So, like, we've gotten so much, like, out of our systems as far as, like, things like the songs we've always wanted to write, that, like, it's easier to just be like, hey, we can write a song about anything now because I already did a unicorn song and a dinosaur song and, like, you know, like, all these things that I always wanted to, like, have fun with. So it's more freeing now, I guess.
I feel free.
Yeah.
Oh, let your arms unfold out.
Haley Westernuff for guest Grumps. Please, Haley.
2014.
Call us, baby.
Woo!
Mwah.
I figured I'd make that one a little creepier.
So she'd like it more.
Yeah. Like a boss, I guess is how you pronounce it. Sorry if it's wrong.
Like a boss.
Like a boss. But it's like, it's written like it's like a Star Wars name.
Let me
like
see it.
Lycabas.
Oh, like Habas.
Yeah. Lycabas. Anyway.
Clever.
Who was it that played Samus in Regretroid?
Oh.
And Peach in Luigi's Ballad?
Those are two lovely ladies. Peach in Luigi's Ballad is Rachel Bloom, who is an amazingly talented comedian and a great singer.
Like a female comedian?
Yeah. And she became well known on YouTube for a song and video she did called Fuck Me Ray Bradbury, which is awesome. And she's done a ton of other cool stuff. I believe she is or was a writer for Robot Chicken for a while. Oh. Yeah, just an all-around, like, very talented lady. And a friend of mine through the comedy scene. So she came in and did it, which was super nice of her. And Samus is a girl by the name of Emily Hughes, who goes by the stage name Emily Valentine. And she is another friend of mine, and we needed someone in a pinch, and she was like, I think I asked her that afternoon. And she just
Really?
came in and did it and fucking killed it.
I love doing that.
She was awesome. But she's also, I think she's been on The Voice and some other.
That's right,
She's done some cool stuff too. So, look them both up. They're great ladies.
Talented ladies. Like a Boss also asks, does that mean there's a second album already in the works based on what you said in the end of the CD?
It sure would be dickish of us if we were just like, nah.
No, we just figured we'd draw hype to nothing.
You know,
of course. We've
yeah.
got plenty of ideas.
We wanted to do a second album, and actually we wanted to do that outro because we wanted to force ourselves to do the second
Yeah,
album.
that's the one thing too. Yeah, I've been doing that with cartoons lately too. Like I'll start a second cartoon before I'm done with the first one, so that there's like the pressure to finish that one now.
Right, and because it's such an enormous effort to like do a whole album that like we were saying before, this one came together just starting out as a song, and then it became an album like just sort of by accident. So we knew that once this was out and like the notebooks were clean and we had to just write another album from scratch, start to finish, we'd be like, ugh, a fucking, like it's gonna be a big deal. But we'll just fucking do it because it's fun, and then people responded well to this beyond our dreams.
I had a pretty grand dream. I don't know.
Did you? Beyond my dreams.
I was like, I grew wings because of like how good the album was doing.
Yeah.
Like God was like, "Good job, guys. Here's your complimentary wings."
You did it, and we're just like
going platinum. And I was like,
thank you.
So
yeah,
it wasn't beyond my dreams. Maybe yours.
Yeah, no, beyond my dreams for sure. Because I lived out of a car for like a year, like trying to like, be a musician and trying to have exactly this happen. So there's like this Robert De Niro quote, which is like,
messing up your Robbie D's.
Yeah, I got my Robbie D's mixed. It took me 20 years to become an overnight success. That's his thing, and I'm like, oh, I feel you on that, buddy, because like I started like doing music for a living like 12 years ago, and now I can pay my rent with it, which is like the greatest triumph of the human spirit over a decade later.
Not quite Robbie D level.
Yeah, that's Bobby D. He prefers Bobby.
Oh yeah?
I mean, we hang out.
Wow.
We eat Stromboli together sometimes.
Can I like?
Nope. Because if you show up, you'll realize that Bobby D is not there.
Bobby D is a homeless guy in Detroit.
I
love Stromboli!
Cool.
Thanks, Like a Boss.
Thank you.
Dark Sardine asks, what advice/feedback will be carried over into the next album?
What advice? Like from who? Like advice to us or advice from us?
Just feedback, like what will be carried over into the next album.
You start answering this one because I don't understand the question.
Like based on how it was received and what people have been saying. What do you think will be carried over into the next album?
I don't know. The only real like criticism I've heard repeatedly was less dick jokes, and I think we can. That ain't happening. No, actually, that might happen.
Yeah.
I feel like this album was like kind of like one thing, and we just were like, let's do this one thing to the best of our ability. And now, like that's out of the way, we can kind of like branch off more
go
with the
anywhere
second.
with it.
Yeah. I think we'll probably not do all video game songs the next album, but probably like, I think the cool thing is that Ninja Sex Party, the songs were always about those characters, Danny and Brian. So we couldn't really comment on anything without like it being from their perspective, you know? Right. But like with this, like we can actually like have fun with like pop culture and like other stuff that's out there. So pretty much anything's fair game. So yeah, I think we'll do like some movies in the next one, some video games, just stuff we like.
I think the biggest feedback that I got that it was awesome, and we want it to be like too awesome. So I think that's probably the feedback that we'll take into account for the next album. Yeah,
we'll make it so awesome that you can't have children after you listen to it. Like just you'll be bare, just barren.
I never really thought about that.
Yeah.
That's a really good idea. Mm-hmm. We should start working on that like right now. Yep.
Kick yourself in the nuts.
I think I wrote some lyrics that you might be interested in seeing.
Yeah.
Look at fish. Oh, I wrote fish rush.
Wow. What are the odds of that?
Fish rush.
Fishio rush.
That's going on the next album.
Fish Rush, Starbomb, 2015. See you then.
2015.
I don't know.
Jesus.
Can't just write shit. Okay.
Joe Reviewer asks, Danny and Aaron, sometimes when fans come to meet you or just run into you, they might say or do stupid or weird things.
Maybe.
Never heard of such a concept. What are some things people can do or not do to make the situation as least awkward for both parties as possible?
That's a nice question. That's like a considerate thing to ask and think about.
Pour honey all over yourself and ask us to lick you.
Wait, is that more awkward or less awkward?
That's just nice.
Yeah, that's just a considerate thing to do.
We're people too, and we're usually doing something. Well, there's a difference. If we're like at fucking Target, which I go to all the time, and we're like obviously doing something, then it's just like a hey, how's it going? Like your stuff, that's cool. It'll just be like, man, and we'll talk about you all day. Like that guy was so cool. Like, yeah, that guy is awesome. Cause like, you know, we're just people too. But when we're at like cons and stuff, you can be a little more like intense, I guess, because that's what we're there for.
Yeah, we're there to say hello. Like, we love fans, and like it's awesome when people come up and say hello. I think sometimes people are so concerned with like not offending us or making us feel weird that they'll just be like, hey, I like your stuff, and then like, like by the time I'm like, oh, they're just gone.
Yeah, that's not necessary.
Yeah,
like,
it's okay.
We'd like to have
it's
a dialogue with you at least.
Yeah, we're happy to talk to you guys. It's you know, just be cool like you would be cool in your normal life talking to a normal human being, because that's what we are.
That's true. Yeah. Just we're just people. I mean, that's the thing. It's funny you mentioned that because like that has happened a lot.
Oh yeah.
It's really because that's literally our reaction to it is like, what just happened?
Yeah,
like what was that?
Can I do an impression of a guy who came up to me like at a coffee shop the other day?
Yeah.
So this is you. You're me.
Coffee's tasting a little gross.
Game Grumps, love your stuff. Just gone. And I looked up and I was like, just what? How could this have? Bye.
Maybe I could have said hello back.
Yeah.
I like the fact that you like my stuff.
Yeah. No, actually, like I would say honored. Like, is that too much like of a word? Like,
yeah, no.
Like, we're very like moved that like you like what we do. So yeah.
If you want to say hi at a coffee shop, just say hi.
Just please do. Please
be like, hey man, cool.
Maybe
and
buy us a biscuit.
Allow us time to be like, thanks man, you're cool.
Yeah.
Like,
that's it.
Yeah. So we want you to hear us too.
Wash your fucking hands too. Don't come at me with
that's just
gross,
a general rule.
Fucking dirty chocolate stained.
Chocolate.
I love your work.
It's dirty. Oh no! What have I done? Like afterwards, just like,
just like Twix bar everywhere. And they're like,
and then they like look back over like after they've interacted, and we're just like, and they're like, no. Thanks, Joe Reviewer.
Thanks for that question.
Glaive Thruster asks.
Glaive Thruster?
Yeah, that's pretty badass.
One who thrusts into glaives?
No, one that thrusts glaives into things.
Oh.
Yeah.
Problem solved. Let's read the question.
What is your favorite star and what's your favorite bomb?
Oh. Ganymede and C4.
That's pretty cool.
Ganymede's a moon. I fucked it up.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's Jupiter, isn't it?
Embarrassing. Oh, and I didn't even say Polaris. Oh, thanks for the set, guys.
Mine's Beetlejuice.
Oh, yeah.
And my favorite bomb is probably any that aren't detonated near me.
Yeah, excellent choice.
Or the family members or friends.
Yeah. I like cartoon bombs, like the circular ones with the that fuse that you can be like,
Big black bomb.
I'm an anarchist.
I guess that's terrible for me to have said, because then I'm saying that one of my favorite bombs are like ones that have killed millions of people. So not those either.
Yeah.
I guess just bombs that are exploded for the sake of exploding, like out in a big like sandy field.
I know what your favorite.
And it's like boom, and you're like cool. Anyway.
Yeah, I know what your favorite bomb is.
What?
Spider-Man 3. Yeah.
A, that didn't bomb. And B, go fuck yourself. Why don't you just take a long hop off of a short cliff?
This goes back. This is an ongoing thing.
Why don't you just take a little Men in Black forget how to swim thing and then jump into a lake?
You know what? I'll fix it. My favorite star, Ego Raptor. Yeah.
No.
This question has been a roller coaster of emotion.
No. Stop it.
Let's go to the next one.
My favorite star is probably Brad Pitt.
Yeah. I'd like to change my answer to Brad Pitt.
Horoids. Is that like a disease?
Yeah. Sorry about your horoids,
Man,
bro.
Jesus, might want to get some cream for that. How hard was it to juggle between Game Grumps, Starbomb, and Steam Train? It was pretty difficult.
Not easy. Don't forget Ninja Sex Party.
Yeah. And then whatever else I was working on.
Yeah, and also my 9-to-5 job.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why I disappeared from Steam Train for a little bit. And Aaron
and I
took over. And then Susie and Barry stepped in with Steamrolled, and it was great how everyone was supportive. But that was the time when Starbomb, like, we were just putting the finishing touches on the album, and there was like a lot of stuff that needed to be done. So it's very tough because like for the past 6 months, my life has pretty much been 9-to-5 job, 5 days a week. Then at night, we would do Ninja Sex Party and Starbomb recordings, and then on the weekends we would do all the Game Grumps episodes, maybe like 20 or 30.
Yeah. We haven't. I don't think we've had a single day like off, where we're not like thinking about work.
Yeah.
Like I
true.
think my honeymoon was like and yet there was still stuff going on that I had to deal with while I was there. So
Ross is in Australia right now, and like we have to have constant like email connections about like things for work and everything. I mean, it's fun to do and we love to do it, but that's why sometimes it stings a little bit when people are like, these lazy bastards, they just play video games all day, you know, and we're just like, oh God, if you only knew, man, if you only knew.
Yeah.
But that's how we juggle it, just by like relying on each other. And
I mean, the best part about it is that we're all like really good friends. Like that's not like a ruse. Like I think that's how we get through the day, is that like we're all still like, hey, cool. Like this is kind of like hanging out.
Yeah,
except that we're doing a whole lot of stressful work.
But I mean, like there's no like 4 people that I'd rather hang out with. So, oh, sorry, Ninja Brian.
Oh yeah.
But he lives elsewhere, so I can't hang out with him. But hopefully that'll change at some point.
God, tell him to get out of his freaking hole.
Yeah. Fucking London. Who gives a rat's ass
Sorry,
about
London.
Britain?
It's a
Britain,
beautiful place.
Just kidding. We love you.
Britain's like,
there's like
I'm a base game from Starbomb, man.
I actually love London. Like we're in a constant state of like fucking like backtracking, but then like pissing off someone else.
Bo Burnham, you suck. Love your stuff.
Bo Burnham, you're the best.
Been way into your stuff since the very beginning.
So much better than that suck-ass Brad Pitt. Brad Pitt, seriously, you're the best. You're my favorite star. Ego Raptor, you're my favorite star.
Don't even.
Sorry.
Don't try. You just literally announced that you're backpedaling on stuff, so I don't even want to hear it.
Sorry.
It's okay. Do you want a kiss? Hey, Bo.
Hi, Bo Burnham.
Hey, sorry
I'm sorry we
were mean to you.
Sorry we said that stuff about you on Twitter.
We really like your
You're
stuff.
good. You're super good.
It would be really cool if you would like want to maybe like high five us or like work or like help us on a thing or work with us. That would be super. I feel bad.
We We fucked it up. We fucked it up. We could have been friends with Bo Burnham, and you blew it.
What? It's your fault! You're the one who came up with the idea! You piece of shit! Fuck you! You don't know shit about Twitter!
Thanks, Bo. Keep doing what you're doing. You're great.
Go on iTunes right now. Down by what? What?
I thought you were gonna tell Bo Burnham to buy our album on iTunes.
I was promoting his album.
No, go buy Bo Burnham's album. It's fucking awesome. Jesus. Sorry again, Bo.
You're the guy.
All right.
F3 1 which I guess is supposed to be fermium.
Let me see that.
Oh, it's F3 1
It's 3-1. Stupid.
One asks you
Okay.
and me, but you first. What is the scar in your eyebrow from?
Oh, it's not a cool story. It's not even one that I remember.
Like a jaguar?
I've got it. Is it this eyebrow?
Yes.
Yeah, I have a scar on this eyebrow.
Sorry, I fucking drew it into the Grumps head.
No, you were like, what's unique about your face? Oh, that gross scar in your eyebrow.
It's not gross, it's cool. You look like a king that defended his kingdom. Like a giant scar that you got from like fighting a puma.
That's actually what happened. I was in my kingly throny chambers, and a puma came and attacked me, and it was like, "Rawr!" And it like swung its paw through the air, and then like Super Matrix style, I was like, but it was just like, and like a little bit of eyebrow fell, and then I just fucking stabbed it through the heart. And then I like held up the dead puma on my sword, and I was like, ah!
And then I drew a cartoon version of him with a scar on his face.
Yeah. Or when I was like 3 years old, I fell off a box and bashed my head on the floor.
Really?
Yeah, that's it.
I ran into a glass sliding door.
Did you really?
Yeah, that's why my nose is weird.
Your nose is weird?
Yeah, it's got like a cleft on it or something.
Wait, can I? Oh yeah.
It's got like a swoop.
It's very subtle.
And then the next day I did it again.
No shit.
Yeah, it was like, and I was like, and it was all bloody, and they were like, no!
Same
and then
door?
the next day I was like, gee, it's open now!
I did that after I talked to a girl in a bar, and like, did I never tell you this? This is a weird story.
Is it this like, see you later, huh?
That's exactly what it was. Like, I was like, we should get coffee sometime, and she was like, yeah, and she was really beautiful, so like, I gave her my card and like I turned around and I like walked out of there like with more confidence than I've walked out of any building in my life. And like, fun fact, a fucking open like area to walk into the parking lot and a closed glass door look amazingly similar when you're drunk on alcohol and your own confidence. And then I was just like, I don't know if there's a wall here I can do it with. Will it catch this? It was pretty much just like, see you later. And it was so bad too, because I looked back and I was stunned because I really bashed myself, and I could see the there was like a fully formed like face print in the glass with like a stream of breath coming out from where I was like,
were you like meant to do that?
Catch you later.
That was a joke.
Tooth. Yeah. No, she didn't call.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Next question.
This is a long one. D-Log McGinnis asks, I've always been the type of person who wanted to do it all, writing songs, writing stories, and animating art in general and so on, but excuses always got in the way. I never seemed to be able to get inspired enough to work on any of it. I've always had so much time that I want to do at once that I've always had so much that I want to do at once that I just don't do any of it. I've been looking for inspiration everywhere, but nothing has really struck me has been truly inspiring. But for some reason, something about Starbomb clicked for me. I've been a fan of both of you guys for a while, and I wanted to ask you guys about your sources of inspiration. How do you get inspired, and what advice do you have for somebody struggling to find it? Do you just let it come? Do you actively seek it? What are your methods of unleashing the beast?
Good fucking question. Very well worded.
Yeah.
You want to go first?
It's easy to let things get overwhelming. I guess the main thing I would say is just to like focus on one thing at a time. That's probably it probably sounds really crazy coming from somebody who's like running like 4 projects right now.
Yeah.
But it really does help to focus on one thing, because I know that you want to do all that stuff. I guess it just comes, like it fell into place because being a cartoonist and just wanting to do everything myself, like I just had to. So like you make part of an animation, and you're like, oh, I gotta voice this, and then you do that, and you're like, oh, I need music, so you do that. And, oh, I need sound effects, so you do that. And oh, I need to make it funny, so you do that. And it just kind of like everything in bits and pieces kind of like levels up, I guess. And then you start doing everything you wanted to do. In terms of getting inspired, though, I don't know. You just gotta watch and expose yourself to the things that you like music and movies and books or whatever. And then just kind of let the inspiration flow. Because when you're in a rut, whenever I'm in a creative rut, I just read a comic or like watch a movie, and I'm like, oh, there it is. Cool, I'm back. I want to make something just like that, but not just like that, because that would be plagiarism. Maybe something a little different.
Yeah, for me, like a few years ago, like I was in my late 20s, and like I just had that. I hit that moment where I was like, nothing I've ever done has worked. You know, just nothing's clicking with people. Nothing's getting out there, and I took a career course actually. I'll just say the name because she's awesome and she deserves the exposure. It's called Capes Coaching in New York. Anyone in New York City who's an artist and feels like their career needs help, I would go see her, Betsy Capes. She was amazing for me, and one of the things she talked about is exactly what you're saying, and it's called multi-goal syndrome, and it's a paralyzing thing when you're like, I have to do too many things, and you really should just pick the one you love the most and just go for that full force. And then once that one hits a certain point where it's kind of cruising on its own and it has its own momentum, then you can start looking at other things. But like, especially if you compare yourself to people that are like already established and already doing something, it's very, very disheartening and very counterproductive, because you're completely capable of getting to where they are, but it takes time, and you have to be okay with the fact that you're not going to be there for a little while, and it's incremental.
It's easy to see the result of something and not like the 4 years, I'm sure, that led up to that result.
Oh yeah, exactly.
That you're experiencing right now, but it doesn't feel like it. It just feels like that thing exists now, like it just came out of nowhere.
Right. What's that quote? Like, don't compare your behind the scenes to someone else's highlight reel. That's
a pretty good line.
Good advice. And as far as inspiration, change your environment. Like, if you feel stuck and you feel like nothing's working, take a trip.
Yeah.
Go traveling. Even if you don't have money, just get on a train or something and see what happens.
Just walk in the forest, meet somebody new.
Yep. Just changing the things around you and the people around you will provide you with different inspiration to create different things.
One thing I've noticed over time is like how different it feels to like become what you thought. Like all these things kind of happened to me. Like I always wanted to have like a big gaming channel where I was like exposing the world of games and stuff, and like that was kind of like a dream, and then it just kind of happened. And then I realized it like months after it had happened. I was like, oh, this is something I want. Like it feels differently than what you expect it to feel like. And I feel like that kind of expectation of what it's going to be is paralyzing, because like you want it to be like this really, really, really specific thing and aren't open to like what it could be in some other direction.
Right.
And how it could affect you in that way.
And just don't wait to be happy, you know, like be happy and content with where you are in your career right now, and then go from there. Because if you get into that mindset where you're like, I just need this one thing to happen and then I'll be happy, you will never get there. And even when you do get there, you find like it's not the happiness that you wanted it to be.
There's a lot of stuff I miss about being like a smaller, kind of lesser known dude. Like stuff was. It was different. Like it wasn't better, but there were things to appreciate about it. So
yeah, there's more pressure, because if you put out something now that doesn't work, you're gonna fucking hear about it, and it's gonna have massive like consequences in your life, and that's tough. So every level has its own set of challenges and everything. But like, just don't give up. You've got plenty of time. Like the hourglass isn't like running out of sand. Like it's just start today, and if there is someone like that offers career courses, check out like testimonials online from people. Like if that really works, that worked for me, and it helped get like my career on course and then my life on course as a result.
That's cool. I never heard of that.
Yeah.
Huh. Capes, what was it?
Capes Coaching. Betsy
Coaching.
Capes. I think the website is capesco.com. But don't go there. Click the link down below to order our album on iTunes.
Okay. The result of Capes Coaching. Oh, sorry, Capes Coaching. Oh,
Yeah.
hey, I didn't.
So much dickishness.
Hold on, I gotta mute. MacDG asks.
MacDG.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
What?
MacDG. He asked. Any chances? Is that?
Sorry.
Is that part of the backing track?
Yeah, go ahead. Trying to add.
Any trying to add a little something.
Be helpful.
Any chances of an Endless Ocean inspired song featuring Haley Westenra?
Oh, Haley Westenra. Yes. For those of you who don't know, we played a game called Endless Ocean
On Game Grumps.
on Game Grumps, and my God, it's one of my favorite episodes.
Oh yeah.
We initially
You kept wanting it to end, and I was
Yeah.
like, no.
Well, we kept trying to make it 10-minute episodes, and then like we were like, no, this has to be like one insane 40-minute episode at the end, and it just repeatedly plays this song called "The Prayer" by Haley Westenra.
Well, it wasn't written by her, but it was
performed by her for that track, and we did like a little thing where we pretended to sing it at the end, and we danced. And I believe I humped Pac-Man, and I guess she found out about it and she tweeted at us. Thank you to the Game Grumps. What was it for their fresh take?
Yeah, she was like, I will never be able to perform it the same ever again.
Oh my God! So now we love her forever.
Oh, she's the best.
Yeah, and so we, God, if Haley, I think she's from another country. I think she's from far away,
Really?
like Australia or something.
I don't know.
But I want her to be on Guest Grumps and
We could play the sequel to Endless Ocean.
yeah. And Haley, would you do me a favor?
Would you?
Let your arms unfold us through the dark of night. Will your angels hold us till we see the light?
We love you, Haley.
Yeah, I love you.
I love her more.
No, impossible.
Almighty Mexican asks a lot of good questions. So here's the
God.
first one.
Get comfortable.
How did you decide what games you'll be singing about? I think it was just a matter of like what we thought people would connect with the most.
Yeah.
We weren't gonna make a song about snake rattle and roll.
That's the thing. We like a lot of esoteric games, and I just like, as much as I love Out of This World, like I didn't think a Micruba song would fucking connect with lots of people, but
Yeah.
everybody knows Mario, and we started with like the classic ones because we love them too. You know, like we didn't feel like we were, you know.
If it were up to us, Starbomb would be about Space Channel 5, 3D World Runner.
Space Quest, 3D World Runner.
Yeah. And
Zork.
Zork. There were 2 songs about Zork.
Yeah.
It would be like a 15-minute prog rock song.
Yep. What y'all know about 70s text-based adventures?
And it would have like 4 lyrics,
Yep.
and then the rest would just be like Zork-esque bridges and guitar solos.
It would be amazing.
10-minute drum solo.
We did find a way to like work in a lot of our favorite characters though. Like we couldn't do a Punch-Out song, but like I made sure to like sneak Glass Joe into the Final Fantasy song.
That was pretty good.
It's missing Inky from Pac-Man, who is my original favorite video game character.
Yeah, man, Inky made me.
Inky was my jam. I love that blue.
Inky introduced me to puberty. Did I ever tell you that the Care Bears was like the first time I was ever like, I think I like girls?
No, but you know what? I don't know. I know we had a lot of questions, but why don't we let's unpack this?
Yeah.
No.
Let's,
all right.
that's all there is to it.
Okay.
I had a dream where I was holding hands with one of the pink Care Bear, and we were skipping on clouds. Next question.
Do you remember Janet Jackson's Escapade song?
No. Well, if I heard it, I'd probably know.
It was like, come on, baby, let's get away, escapade.
And that's the song that I don't remember yet.
Yeah, I was a little kid when it came out, and I thought she was singing Ice-Capade. And I used to have fantasies of me and Janet Jackson like ice skating around like a frozen pond together and holding hands. Yeah. And then we boned. What's the next question?
The next question involves it's for me. When did you first realize you had ADD?
Oh, shit.
Also, I remember you saying you had to take medication for it. Are you able to work without it, or is it something you have to take? When did I realize it? I don't know. I guess I kind of always knew something was wrong. But yeah, I have medication for it, but I don't take it all the time because through most of my life, I didn't have medication. So I had to come up with like coping mechanisms, and so I don't like need it, but it helps if I'm doing like crunch work. But like, yeah, I guess because a lot of people use it as like a crutch. I guess like people are like, I have ADD, so this is why I'm not as good at whatever. But you can train yourself to be. It's hard. It's really difficult to like focus on a project, but you can do it. Like you just have to like change your life basically, like how you approach doing stuff and like eliminating distractions, because it's especially hard now because everything's just at your fingertips. Like if like all my work's on the computer, so if I need to do one little thing where I have to like look up how something looks or like a picture, like it's so easy to like when I shift my attention over to like an internet browser to look up how fucking Bowser looks or some shit. Then like, yeah, I'll click on an image and then it'll bring me down this downward spiral of like 4 hours of like looking at Reddit and Wikipedia. And then I'm like, oh my God, I was supposed to be working. So you need to like shut off your internet if you're working on something like that or whatever. But it's not something I have to take, but it helps.
Yeah, that's weird, man. Like, cause like, I'm a little bit older and like, I'm in my early 30s and like, so the first half of my life I lived without the internet, and then it started existing when I was like in my early teens, and you could feel like the whole world change, and suddenly like so much more shit was coming at you like at a crazy rate. So I mean, I think it benefited me and my ability to concentrate on things being born like what, 6 or 7 years earlier than you know, like just because there was less shit like in those like really developmental years coming at me all the time. So I think I don't know how anyone doesn't have ADD now.
Yeah, it really is a problem because like everything is just like Facebook, Twitter, like it's all these little like bite-sized chunks that are constantly flying at you, and like it's hard to just like decide to push it away and like have your own space to just kind of be you. But you need to do that, especially if you have ADD. I mean, I don't know what it's like to not have it, so...
Yeah, sit under a tree with a book for like 3 hours.
Yeah, seriously.
Just zen out.
You need to have your own space.
Right. Did you have a last question?
Oh, yeah, the last question was for you.
Oh.
It was, how much time do you spend playing games outside of Game Grumps?
Shit. Like, I mean, we were talking about my schedule earlier. There's very, very little time. Honestly, most of the time that I play games outside of Game Grumps is when I'm at your house waiting to start a Game Grumps session.
Oh, yeah.
But like, you know, you'll be working on something, and so like I'll have my own like little thing that I fill the time with. Like I've been playing A Link to the Past a lot, and I love it. It's so much fun. But like, it's such a massive quest that I'll like get like 15 seconds into it and I've destroyed some shrubbery, and then you're like, okay, ready to go. And I'm like, cool, I'll be playing this game until I'm 78 years old. But like, I mean, we play so many games on Game Grumps and Steam Train that like, I don't really feel the itch, you know? I feel like I'd be like, not wasting time if I played more video games, but like, I have to budget my time differently because there's only so many hours in the day.
I get the itch like crazy. I like blue ball for it.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Look at your feet right now because you're not playing video games.
Like I'll just be like, I just got it, and I'll like put it in a game, and I'm like, yes, it feels so good to be playing a game for fun right now.
Yeah.
Oh, it's amazing.
Yeah.
Like,
it is different. You play it differently, like when you know you're trying to entertain people as opposed to just like,
yeah.
But sometimes that shutdown is good for the brainium.
Oh yeah, because you're much more focused on the game, and you're like, oh, I noticed that, as opposed to when you're doing a show and you're like, oh, I didn't notice that, even though it was staring me in the face.
Right, for sure.
Because I was talking about Barney Rubbles being Barney's best friend.
Being Fred Flintstone's best friend. You guys know what we're talking about.
Okay, bye.
Reeve Armstrong asks, and this is a popular question, this has gotten upvoted a lot. Will you guys tour the album?
Oh, we'd love to.
I guess it just depends on how well the album does, if we can...
Yeah, like, these first couple of days have been unbelievable. Like, if we can keep it going like that for a little while, then, yeah, we'll be able to, like, afford to do it for sure. Because we wouldn't just want to tour, like, just like us standing on stage and like doing the songs. Like we would want to get like awesome costumes made and have like a crazy light show, and so that would cost more than we have at the moment for sure. But like maybe if it keeps catching on, we'll be able to do it. Because oh god, I haven't played live since Ninja Brian moved to London actually.
Oh wow.
So yeah.
I've never actually seen you guys perform live, so.
That is tragedy.
It'll be really weird to like, the first time that I see you guys perform, I'm on stage as well.
I know, that will be weird. Have you ever performed music live?
No, I've only ever performed spoken word live, which I guess is the
that's rapping.
same, it's just in rhythm.
Yep.
So when I go up on like my panel at like MagFest,
Yes.
people are like, where did you get the idea for Polka Awesome? I'll be like, yo, here it is. Here's the answer. Yo, I was on the toilet and I was pooping, and then it went plop weird, and then I was like, yo, Pokemon. That's the.
You're welcome. Feel free to remix that shit into the biggest club hit of 2014.
Zed, I know you're out there.
Yeah,
You
Zed, you crafty bastard. Work your magic. You know what? I actually am super looking forward to our panel at MagFest.
Oh yeah?
That's gonna be crazy exciting because I've never done a panel like that before.
Oh,
so.
snap.
Yeah. So,
It's fun.
high five us. Come high five us. Oh, I'll high five you. Yeah.
Come,
Just like,
high five us. Come, high five us. You're our butterfly. Sugar.
baby.
Hibus.
I like that Steve laughed right the fuck away. He knows about
Oh,
Crazy
yeah.
Town.
Oh, yeah.
He knows about Butterfly by Crazy
on.
Town. Outstanding. Yes.
All right, end of that question.
Okay.
Signing off. You Shank a Clock asks.
What?
You shank a clock.
Okay.
Like and the clock's like, oh no, what did I do to deserve this?
No, yeah, it makes,
All I did was smuggle some cigarettes in.
makes sense.
Will you ever appear wearing those Tron-esque Starbomb costumes?
Oh yeah.
I think you'll look pretty fantabule amazing.
Thank you.
We did have those planned, but they were a lot more expensive than I expected.
Yeah.
So maybe if the album does well, we can splurge on ourselves, just get ourselves a little something nice.
This is kind of the second part of that last question, I guess. Where,
Yeah.
So we would just want to do it right, and if like we wouldn't just want like spandex with like, just marker down the side,
like dollar store Christmas lights.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
A little battery pack.
No, we would want to try to get like awesome fucking things that when like you as an audience saw them, you'd be like, ooh,
Yeah,
damn. So that would be, fingers crossed, that will be the case.
Fingers crossed. I can't wait. Oh, I want to be a superhero. I want to be a superhero. Do you want to be a superhero?
Yeah.
I want to go out and fight crimes.
I don't want to do that part.
Yeah, I mean.
But I want the fame and the wealth that comes with being a superhero.
Well, wealth
and
usually
the spandex.
It's usually like an internal struggle. Like they're poor. Like Peter Parker is like lives in a crappy apartment.
You're right. I was thinking more Bruce Wayne, where like someone, like one of your friends fucks up like a hotel room, and they're like, "What are you gonna do?" And then I'd like write them a check and like, "I just bought this hotel."
That was, but Bruce Wayne didn't become rich because of Batman. He became Batman because he was rich.
Don't fucking shoot holes in my dreams, Aaron. I'm just sharing.
Well, I didn't know it'd be so easy.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, it's just that easy.
Dreams are just Swiss cheese.
It's just-
You can just
and then my dream is like,
and then I'm like, and they light it on fire and like throw it into an ocean.
"You'll never be rich and famous." And then I'm just like at Burger King, like, delicious fish fillet.
I was able to afford a Whopper today. Thank you for that question.
Thank you.
You
I don't
shank
remember
clocks.
what the question
You
was.
shank a clock. Ma 5 Haga, which I guess is Mashaga.
Wait, let me see it.
It's MA5 HAGA.
Where?
Right here.
Oh.
Mashaga. Or Ma5.
Mafifaga.
Okay. Ma5 Haga. Was that a lyric from The Lion King? What is the strangest interaction you've ever had with a fan?
Oh, you probably have better stories than I do.
I've got some stories.
Yeah, share one.
My favorite one was, there was a guy, I was at a con,
And I was doing, cause when I'm there for fans. So like, I stick around. Like I never understood like the 1 hour autograph thing, and then you leave and go do something else. Like, so I set up a booth and I was signing all day from open to close. And like while I was there was a guy who like wasn't in line. He just was there, and he was like hovering for like 4 hours. And every so often he would like approach and just be like, "Hey, there's a thing over there." And I'm like, "Oh, cool, all right, thanks." He's like, "No problem." And like after a while, it was just kind of like getting weird. And then like for a while he was like on his phone, and then he like came up and he was like, "Hey, I got a friend," like cutting the line. And he was like, "I got a friend who wants to talk to you on the phone." And I was like, "Oh, all right, well hand it over." And then he's like, he hung up. And it was like, "Oh,
Yeah.
okay."
That is weird. That is weird. My weirdest one, strangely enough, comes from when I was with my old band called Skyhill. We were making like serious music, quote unquote, and we had just done a show, and there was this girl who was just wasted, and she came up to me, and she was like, "Are you Jim Morrison?" I was like, "Nope, he's dead." She's like, "No, you're him. You're him." Like so drunk. I don't know if she was crazy or drunk or both. But she was like, "Would you sign my bibs?" And I was like, "Yeah, do you want me to sign them Jim Morrison?" She was like, "Yeah." And so I ended up signing this girl's boobs after a show, Jim Morrison, because she thought I was a 65-year-old dead rock star.
Is that what you wrote on him?
What, Jim Morrison, 65-year-old dead
Because,
rock?
yeah.
No, there's no room.
That would have been amazing.
I have large handwriting. Basically got Jim out, and that was it.
Nice work, man.
Yeah.
That's way better than my story.
More weird fan interactions to come, I'm sure.
Yeah. Thanks, Mafahafshaga.
Thank you.
When the stars in the sky are shining.
I'll get like a picture of a monk, like a baby lion on my iPhone.
Steffi Burger asks, what are some song ideas that were scrapped in production?
There was only one, and you know what it is. We tried to write a song about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles where April O'Neil has a turtle baby, and they all have to figure out whose it is.
And it was scrapped because it wasn't video gamey enough.
Yeah. So it was a technicality.
Yeah.
But I do remember like sitting in a Starbucks and like laughing uncontrollably at that idea. So maybe we'll try to make it work sometime, but
I remember getting that text and just being like,
Yeah.
like completely just like, no, I don't think it's gonna work. No.
nope. I can think of at least 45 reasons why that's a terrible idea. But yeah, that was the only one. Everything else made it in. Well, actually, I can't remember any of the ones we scrapped, but like our writing process for it was we would take the video game and then we'd come up with like 5 ideas.
Oh yeah, so each game had like different ideas.
Yeah, but I can't remember what any of the other ones were.
I'd have to go back and look my text log.
Yeah.
That was literally the extent of documenting it.
Yeah, we'll find out. We'll talk about it on Grumps or something. Because iPhone saves everything.
No.
That's how I keep all my sexts to you.
And there are many.
There is just, oh my God, there's the one.
Right now, there's...
Don't show that one,
you
actually.
No,
I did.
I'd have to find it.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah, I'm embarrassed I sent that.
I'm not.
Okay.
I'm happy.
Moving on.
Unusual Nipster asks... What? It's just a name.
You're right, sorry. Some people have unique nips.
All right.
Like Ross. Ross has a superfluous third nipple.
Yeah.
It's fucking weird. Please continue.
So Unusual Nipster asks, how long did Luigi's Ballad take to animate?
Oh, that's all you, buddy.
Well, I mean, in terms of like real time, it took a long, like I think it was like
All of the time.
a little bit under a year. But if I was working on it like 9 to 5, like I'm always doing a million other things, so I can't like focus on it. So in terms of like actual work time, I would say like 9 to 5 probably took like 2 months. I don't know. Plus,
Yeah.
I had a team working on it as well, and they were a big help.
Right. But honestly, like I get pissed off very rarely at comments, but like I got pissed off for you when people were like, that many months for like 2.5 minutes of animation, like just watching you go through it and work on that. I'm like, God damn it, I would never have the patience or the energy that's required to do animation. It's fucking hard, and whoever wrote that comment, you should be ashamed of yourself.
It's fine. It's fun. I like animating.
Yeah. No, you're good at it. So
It's just like sleep isn't like a
yeah,
not in the equation.
it's a luxury
Yeah.
that someday we'll feel again.
When they invented animation, they were like, this is great! And then they were like, oh, I forgot, we need to sleep too. That's cool.
Oops. Oh,
Let's just keep doing it forever.
what else?
Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. I'm comparing Mario
Oh, I got
singing about wanting to screw Peach to Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs.
Yeah. What about it?
I just figured I'd compare two very comparable pieces of art.
How do you think she got to be so Snow White? It's because those dwarves.
Not Josh Home May says...
Or Hami.
Hami?
Depending on.
Hama?
Yeah. Sorry, Queens of the Stone Age, we don't know how to pronounce your name. But you're a great band.
What did they do?
All of the fucking awesome things. I'll play you many of their
I mean, like,
albums.
what song? Like, I wanna live forever. And everybody wishes that too, 'cause I'm a cool guy.
Yeah, that's them.
He asks, I spent all day trying to come up with a question, only to realize all I wanted was for one of you to notice me. I love your work, though. Well, we love you too,
We
not
love you,
Josh.
We love you too. Queens of the Stone Age rules. Thank you for all your music.
No, he's not Josh. He's not Josh.
Let me have this. You're the man, Josh.
We love your music.
Songs for the Deaf. All-time favorite album.
The music that you typed with your fingers on Reddit. Let's go to the next question. MPG3, who is a very awesome Game Grumps remixer, and we love you, he asks, what are you laughing about?
My dad just texted me, and he's like, texting is not... First of all, my dad has not learned that he doesn't need to sign every text mom and dad. But I love you, Avi. We are following you on Reddit.
What is this Reddit?
Dan, I'm watching you on Reddit. Very good. Oh, Avi, I love you. You're the best. Holy shit. Okay, sorry. Please continue.
All right, MPG3. Sorry to interrupt your question.
Yes.
Dan's fucking ass-a-tree. So he's just asking, he wants to remix
a song,
Oh.
and will we be releasing acapellas of the Starbomb tracks?
You know,
So
he's
people can
going to
remix.
get his chance. We are going to a lot of people are awesome remixers out there. So we are going. I don't know how we'll do it. We might do it privately, but like we're gonna release the stem tracks of the album so people can remix them, and just go to town and have fun. And we're actually. I don't know when it's coming, but I mean, it's pretty much good to go, so we might release it soon. We're going to release a rap-along version of the album.
It's like karaoke, but just the rap parts.
Yeah. The singing will still be in there, but like the rap parts will be taken out, so you can just like fucking rock it yourself in your room, or for your friends, or at a karaoke bar. Oh, round one. Let's bring our own CD to round one
We
and
can
just
easily do that.
That'd be awesome.
Hook it up to the aux cable.
Oh my god. I just want Ninja Brian to sing
Old Man
Old
River.
Man River. We went to round one and did karaoke, and I'll never forget this. Ninja Brian. There's every booth for karaoke at round one has 2 microphones. So inevitably, our karaoke sessions turn into one person singing and the other person just fucking with that person with the other mic. So like Ninja Brian was like, Old Man River, and Aaron was doing like the supermarket thing where like he puts his hand over it and it's like, can I get a price check on 1 banana? It was
Not the bunch, just one.
It was one of the most beautiful dulcet tones my ears had ever heard. So yeah, we're gonna do a lot of that stuff because we know you guys like to have fun with the music on the album, so we want to allow that for you.
Can we make like a screw up rap album where like halfway through like the blank rap, it's just one of us going like, "You suck!
Oh my god, dude, we probably
You're the worst!" And then they're like, "Yo, Mario in the bed." It's like, "You suck!" And they're like,
we probably have it like recorded from our actual sessions.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Just like one of us blowing it and the other
we're
one from the other room.
constantly screaming at each other
It's the worst.
during the recording session. So thanks,
Yeah,
MPG3. Have a good one.
and thank you, Avi, for following me on Reddit.
Reddit.
On Reddit. Hi, Debbie and Avi, I love you.
Is Motion asks,
Motion.
who mixed and mastered the album?
I'm glad this got asked because these guys, we've had the same crew for all the sessions and a lot of Ninja Sex Party stuff too. It's always the same dudes. We record it with Dave Dominguez in Arcadia, California. Then it gets mixed by Dan Castellani Jr., who lives in New York, and mastered by Hans Decline in LA. So it gets bounced back and forth. All our songs get bounced back and forth all over the country, and it is pretty much these same 3 guys, and they just do an unbelievable job. And our albums would not sound anywhere near as cool without them. So
I think Hans also mastered the Steam Train theme.
yeah. They're always there to help us, and like they deserve more work. So for all your mixing and mastering needs, Dan Castellani, Hans Decline, Dave Dominguez recording.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm glad we could do that. Those guys are awesome.
Send out the emails. Send out the job requests. Send out the LinkedIn's. Silver Cranes asks, when did you realize you wanted to become a musician, Dan?
Oh, it's for me. I always knew. I went to school for advertising, but only because my parents requested that I get a degree in something in case music didn't work out. But then, as it became clear to them after college and all that, I would never be happy doing anything else. So I'm super grateful it is working out as of like 3 days ago. Like this was our first like musical, like the Ninja Sex Party albums have sold pretty well and stuff, but this was like a big like personal like breakthrough for me. Like and it's hugely like rewarding and a very great like relief too. So that's awesome. And so I guess the answer is like it's funny. I found you know how sometimes your parents are like cleaning out like your room and you find stuff from like first grade and everything. It's like draw a picture of what you want to do, and it's like kindergarten Dan, like drawing like somebody like and yeah,
With like crotchless chaps
yeah,
and stuff.
and just like la 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 like written out like next to his head, and yeah. So I always knew, and I'm just super grateful and very lucky that it's working out, because there's plenty of far more talented people that it doesn't work out for, because it's a fucked up industry and it's tough, and it's a lot of it is luck of the draw. So if you're a musician out there, keep going and don't give up.
Keep doing it. Do it because you love it.
Do it. Yep. And if you happen to write songs about dicks, you'll probably find an audience eventually.
Us.
Yeah, us. We'll listen.
Rivers Bromo asks,
I swear, like,
You know what that is, right?
No.
Rivers Cuomo is the lead singer of Weezer.
Oh.
So he's Rivers Bromo.
that's pretty funny.
That's excellent.
All right then. Rivers Bromo asks, "Hey Aaron, I'm a Floridian planning on moving to SoCal in a couple months. I want to know if you ever find yourself missing Florida, and have you ever wanted to move back?"
no and no.
Nope. You hate.
Florida sucks. I do not like it. Well, the only reason I would ever go back is because I have all my like childhood friends there, and like, you know, when I go back and visit them, it's like, oh, like I never left. The only thing I miss about Florida are the sunsets. They're very beautiful. There's a lot of humidity in the air in Florida, which is bad, but at night, when the sun's setting, it's like purple and yellow, and it's beautiful.
Right.
But other than that, go fuck yourself, Florida.
Oh my God. I do.
Just the state, not the people living
Yeah,
there.
no,
You guys are
you're great,
cool.
you're great.
But
I miss New York a little bit, and New
Really?
Jersey. Yeah. I miss the snow and the weather and the people and the sea, like. It's one of those things where like you get out to California and every day is beautiful, and like that's fantastic for a long time, and then like part of you is like, I kind of miss the seasons, you know, and then like you actually go back and it's freezing cold and you're like, fuck seasons, you know. So
Yeah.
it's
no, for one day you're like, it's beautiful, and then
Yeah.
the second day you wake up and you're like, I wish it was different.
yeah. So it's one of those things where like sometimes you long for it when it's not there, but when you actually go back, you're like, oh, Southern California is fucking awesome.
Yeah, it rained today, I think.
Yeah.
And like I was like, yay! And then halfway through the day, I was like, this sucks.
Yeah, and like it's funny too because it rains so. I grew up in a place where it rains maybe like 100 to 150 days out of the year. You know, like there's a lot of rain, and but there it's here. There's like 5 drops, and like people are like, "What is this madness?"
Yeah.
You know, like it's just it does. Sorry, I peeked that mic, Scott. But yeah, like it's just very it's very interesting to see people react to it because it's so rare here. That was your question, right?
I don't miss it.
So we could just talk about the weather for like 10 minutes.
Small talk with the Grumps.
Just
What was the 405 like coming up here, Dan?
nightmare.
Wow. Oh, and every
Right.
day it's literally just a nightmare. There was an accident from La Cienega to Pico.
I know. I had to make a left on Griffiths Park.
It was ridiculous.
Please.
Wow.
Please.
Yeah. Anywho,
Okay.
guess I'll talk to you guys later. Are you going to the party tomorrow night? Because I don't know if you were invited. I don't know if that's weird to say.
I'm going.
But are you? Yeah? Did you get an invite? Did you get an evite on Facebook? Hey guys, thanks for coming.
I'm just going to Mr. Rogers this while you're like.
Hey guys, thanks for coming to the Bo Burnham AMA. We really enjoyed ourselves.
Oh man, thank you for all our guests. Bo Burnham, Haley Western Ra, Joshykins 929,
And,
future boyfriend of Lauren,
Josh Home.
Josh Hami Rivers Bromo.
Not Josh Home.
Yeah, I don't know how to pronounce his last name. Yeah, the Queens of the Stone Age, Weezer, thanks for coming. Awesome of you guys to the show.
Yeah. Great for You Shank a Clock.
You shank a clock.
Yeah. Very nice.
Thank you very much. Thank you to my mom and dad for following me on Reddit. And
Thank you for all the great questions about our recent release, What, on iTunes. Just a great comedy album.
Listen, thank you very much
Very proud of it.
for supporting us and buying the Starbomb album. And for those of you who downloaded it for free or ripped it, you know, suck on this dick, you sons of bitches. No, I'm just kidding. Like, I mean, Thanks for listening, I guess.
As long as you like it,
Yeah,
that's cool.
Fuck. But still, if you would like to make up for it now, you can click the link in the
That would
description.
be really cool.
That'd be cool of you.
would
And then
like
all is
that.
forgiven and forgotten.
And then we could buy like a steak.
Then we'll get an ice cream cone.
Yeah.
And that would be awesome.
That'd be really nice.
And yeah, and so thanks. You guys are the reason that we can keep doing this, and we love doing this.
Yeah, man.
Because like, if no one cared or paid attention, like who gives a shit?
Yeah, I probably would have killed myself.
I probably would have killed you. Thank you so much, and you're the best. Talk to you soon. I would never hurt you.
I mean, you say that.